If you hold a rough diamond in your hand, you are holding one of the hardest natural materials on Earth. To the human eye, it appears entirely, unbrokenly solid. But if you zoom in far enough to see its individual atoms, that illusion shatters. At the microscopic level, solid mass is overwhelmingly empty void. To measure exactly how much of a material is actually there, material scientists use a metric called the crystallographic packing fraction. It is the percentage of actual physical volume occupied by atoms within a given repeating structure, known as a unit cell. In the most basic atomic arrangement, a simple cubic lattice, atoms sit at the 8 corners of a cube. Because atoms behave like hard spheres, this rigid grid layout leaves massive gaps between them. When you calculate the volume of those spherical atoms and divide it by the total volume of the cubic cell, the ratio is just 0.52. In this arrangement, 48% of the material's structure is completely empty space. That level of spatial inefficiency rarely holds up under natural pressure. For greater stability, nature tends to arrange atoms into tighter configurations, like a face-centered cubic structure, which slots extra atoms directly into those vacant gaps. This tighter arrangement hits a hard mathematical ceiling known as Kepler's theorem. No matter how you stack perfect hard spheres, the absolute maximum volume they can occupy is 74.04. To find true density, we have to scale down past the empty space of the crystal lattice and look directly at the center of the atom, the nucleus. Here, protons and neutrons are squeezed together so tightly that a strange quirk of physics emerges. If you weigh a nucleus and then weigh its individual protons and neutrons separately, the numbers do not match. The whole is lighter than the sum of its parts. In the early 20th century, chemist Francis Aston spent years refining mass spectrometers to weigh atoms with surgical precision, only to find that the numbers refused to add up. Aston realized that at the subatomic scale, packing fraction requires a completely different definition. It abandons physical volume entirely to measure the mass defect, the actual physical mass that disappears per nucleon when an atom forms. This mass defect formula shows the missing value. By subtracting the actual isotopic mass from the combined weight of the individual particles, we find that mass is lost whenever nucleons pack together. Inside the nucleus, the intense electromagnetic interference between protons and neutrons changes the system. When they bind, a fraction of their combined mass is physically destroyed. That lost mass converts directly into energy. In accordance with Einstein's energy-mass equivalence, the destroyed mass becomes the binding energy required to hold the nucleus intact against the repelling charges of its protons. At the limits of nuclear packing, efficiency is no longer about saving space. The atom trades a portion of its own mass for the energy required to hold its core in one piece. This subatomic mass destruction dictates the structural stability of every element in the known universe. This chart plots binding fraction, the mass defect per nucleon, against atomic mass. It shows how mass destruction scales. On the far left, light elements have low binding energy. On the far right, massive elements decline. These outer edges are inherently less stable. Because they lack peak stability, these elements are prone to change. Light nuclei will fuse together to form heavier elements, while massive nuclei split apart through radioactive fission. Both processes release energy as the atoms migrate toward structural equilibrium. Every element is attempting to reach the plateau in the middle. At the peak of the curve, hovering around 8.8 mega-electron-volts per nucleon, we find the absolute sweet spot where mass is most efficiently converted into energy. Sitting directly at that peak is iron-56. It possesses a highly negative packing fraction, meaning its nucleons have reached the most tightly bound state possible. This curve is the roadmap for stellar evolution. The heat and light of our sun are the direct byproducts of hydrogen nuclei rushing towards iron. These are the two scales of packing that define our world. On the left, the spatial packing fraction of the crystal lattice gives matter its density. On the right, the mass-based packing fraction of the nucleus gives matter its stability. From the rigid strength of a diamond to the internal stability of an iron atom, the world is shaped by a single geometric requirement: finding the most efficient way to pack.